Hello everyone, I'm Jason Rouge. Welcome and welcome back to the Red Room. First off, special shout out to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys for checking out my content and finding it suitable enough to hear more. Thank you, each and every one of you. So today we're going to take a small look at Miss Nanayah, also known as IAmNanayah on TikTok. Her profile states that she's a mother of two and a cosmetologist who specializes in hair and nails. I'll provide a link to her TikTok in the description below. Now, this video of her expressing her feelings regarding being a single mother has gone viral and has been making its rounds across the internet. I'm going to show you all the video in question and then I'll provide my thoughts and commentary about it. I will warn you that there are two babies crying in the video, so if you want to skip it, then I'll provide the timestamp for my commentary as a chapter and in the description below. Here we go.
To the mothers that have the luxury of having the child's father around. To the mothers that have the luxury of being able to get a day or two to yourself. To the mothers that have more than just 3 or 4 people as a village. Please appreciate that. Because the mothers that don't, I'm tired. Like, I just had the stomach virus for like a couple hours, literally. I'm feeling much more better now, but physically I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie, like, I really don't like that I still have to be a mother even when I'm sick and weak. But I just want to rest and sleep. But I have to keep this mask on for my babies because they can't see me right now. Like, I'm so tired of my son crying. I'm tired of breastfeeding right now. I'm tired of cleaning up. I'm tired. I didn't want to be a single mom. I don't deserve to be a single mom. My babies deserve to have their dads, but their dads ain't shit. So yeah, I took on the role. I took on what I had to take on. I had to be that for my kids, but damn. I'm so tired. Like, I want a helpmate. I want a husband. I want somebody here to give me that breath, to give me that break, to give me that breather, to give me that space away from my babies. Because family members can only do so much. Like, I'm tired of changing diapers. I just want a break. I just want to be able to walk out the door and just do what I want, but I can't. I can't because my time revolves around them. I deserve a break. I deserve to be happy.
Okay guys, first things first, I have neither sympathy nor empathy for a woman who potentially has her kids crying in the background on purpose in order to exaggerate the video. She more than likely saw other single moms crying on the internet and saw how viral they went and decided to up the ante with her own kids. This is absolutely disgusting if this is the case. Regardless of the case, she should have checked on her kids and made sure that they were content and comfortable before making the video. Now to actually address the things she said in the video. Nanayah starts off by saying, to the single mothers that have the luxury of having a child's father around. Stop right there. The Merriam-Webster definition of luxury is the state of great comfort and extravagant living. And the third Merriam-Webster definition of extravagant is exceeding what is reasonable or appropriate, also known as absurd. There is nothing extravagant or luxurious about a man being involved in his own child's life. This is the standard, and she's living below that standard. This is why you're supposed to marry before you carry. In fact, in her case, she has a man for each of her 2 children, and she's not even addressing women in her own situation. I admit to her next point being that mothers that have a day or 2 to themselves is a luxury. Having children is a near 16-year sentence for parents, especially for the first 13 years. You have to watch and protect them, which is made easier by being in a nuclear family. She also addresses mothers who have a village to help with kids, or women with more than 3 or 4 people to help them out. Nanayah, these kids of villages and communities often come from marriages. On average, young couples would have their own parents to help with those kids. That's 4 extra people. They could potentially even have brothers and sisters to help as well. And if those brothers and sisters are married, those families can help raise those kids. Parents from churches and schools can also help alleviate stressed parents with playdates and sleepovers. Trusted members of these same communities, including parents in the workplace and personal friends, can also look after kids. All of this opens up within stable marriages. This is where parents can raise their kids in good and stable communities. Now, granted, this isn't a guarantee in marriage, and I can see this being a quote-unquote luxury, but it's definitely better than the alternative of being a single mother with potentially just her friends and parents or parent to help with the kids. Nanayah just had a stomach virus in this video, and she's physically exhausted. She just wants to rest and sleep, as she puts it. If only she was married before having children so that a dad can take care of all of them when she gets sick. It's almost as if a mother and father can take turns and coordinate in order to get better rest and sleep. She also goes on to say that she's tired of her son crying, tired of breastfeeding, and she's tired of cleaning up. I'm a man, so we're solution oriented, or at least we tend to be. So I'm sure glad she addressed mothers in this situation. Because if I was there, I would say if your son is crying a lot, then there's something that might be medically wrong and you should try to resolve that. If you're tired of breastfeeding, then you should probably buy some formula. I can't really help you with the cleaning part, but maybe have your kids play on a sheet and then dump the toys from the sheet into the container or play bin. She's complaining about first world problems that could easily be resolved in marriage or by a committed man. And if she's tired of her son crying, then why is she trying to have us listen to it in this video? It doesn't make sense. But then she has the nerve to say, I didn't want to be a single mother. Nanayah, what do you mean by that? You are in fact a 2-time baby mama, so you made the decision to have 2 different children with 2 different men who potentially didn't want to be fathers. There are over 30 forms of birth control, including abstinence, and as much as I dislike it, there's even abortion available. You chose to be a baby mama twice, and if you didn't want children, then you wouldn't have birthed them. Not to mention you have videos with #pregnant and #preggers with you dancing with a pregnant belly, rubbing all up on it. You also have videos of you showing off your children. I love the English language, so I understand that you're using single as the qualifying word, but you do want to be a mother, and in fact you do want to be a single mother, or else you wouldn't have chosen it. You wouldn't have done the things that you've done that led up to this point. Unless, of course, you meant that you didn't expect to be a single mother. Perhaps you thought that children would keep a man. Perhaps you thought that you were special enough to commit to if you had a man's kids. Perhaps you fell for the lies of men who put babies in you. Now, I disagree with how Coach Greg Adams uses his point, but I agree to his point, which is hope is not a strategy. If you didn't want to be a single mother, then you should have done everything to prevent that. Don't hope that a man will commit to you, rather have him commit to you. There are many women who don't want to be single mothers, and I might do a video on a young black woman on TikTok who is refusing to be just that. She simply doesn't deal with men who won't commit to her. This is why you marry before you have kids. It is much harder for a man to not take care of his kids and wife when he's in the same house as them and is committed to them by law. Now, these next statements that she said upsets my soul. She says, I don't deserve to be a single mom. It is a general fact of life that you deserve what you work for. You are the product of your past actions, and what you do now will dictate your future and future self. Nanayah deserves to be a single mom because she put herself in this position. She had intercourse with 2 men that resulted in children from each man. Once could be considered a mistake, and I don't even agree with that, but twice? She didn't even get any of these men to commit to and marry her. She didn't use protection of any kind when dealing with these men. She's reaping the fruits of her labor. She goes on to say that my babies deserve to have their dads, but their dads ain't ish. She more than likely knew these men were not about anything but chose to ignore that and give them children. The fathers are to blame, but she bears the brunt of the blame because she chose to deal with these men. She chose to love them and give them the highest honor a man could have when they didn't want it. I don't agree that her children deserve to have their dads, but rather they should have their dads. I do believe that men should be a part of their children's lives and should make an effort to do so if they're not. However, if a man doesn't want to be a father, then he has that option. We live in Western society where men do have that choice in the matter to some degree. She says, I want a helpmate, I want a husband, I want somebody to give me that breath, to give me that break, to give me that breather, to give me that space away from my babies, because my family members can only do so much. Regardless of my personal belief that only women are helpmeets and helpmates, the fact is, she wants a husband or perhaps just a committed man to give her the break she desires. But if she wanted a husband, then she would have gotten married. She wanted to be a cosmetologist, so she took the steps to become a cosmetologist. She wanted to become a mother, so she took the steps to become a mother. How come Nanayah did not take the steps to become a wife if she wanted to be a wife? She seemed to work for everything else but that. It seems that the only reason she wants a husband is because she wants a break. This is the selfishness of many modern women. Many women, like Nanayah, don't want to do the work required to be a wife. They just want a husband out of convenience. Those in the black community understand the saying of everybody wants to be black, but nobody wants to be black. It's the same in this case. Modern women want to be wives, but modern women don't want to be wives. For foreigners or people unfamiliar with English, this means that women want the benefits of being wives without the consequences or work that goes into being wives. This is also one of the reasons why those in the red pill community say that women want marriages and weddings, but don't want to actually be married. This feminine selfishness is perfectly embodied in Nanayah's last statements. She says, I'm tired of changing diapers. I just want a break. I just want to be able to walk out the door and do what I want, but I can't. I can't because my time revolves around them. I deserve a break. I deserve to be happy. There was a young white woman on Fresh and Fit's podcast a while back who left her 3-week-old baby with her mom in order to be in Miami. She did this because she quote-unquote deserved a break. This is the selfishness of younger mothers today. Women always want to do what they want when they want. Women hate being uncomfortable. They dislike discomfort to such an extent that they don't often take accountability just so that they can be comfortable. Women love being able to do things without consequences. Do y'all remember Latarion Milton, the 7-year-old black kid who took his grandmother's car for a joyride? The Boondocks even made an episode that was focused on Riley and features a parody version of Latarion. When questioned about why he took his grandmother's car, Latarion said, I just want to do hood rat stuff with my friends. This perfectly fits this scenario. Nanayah just wants to go out, have fun, live life, find herself, attend girls' nights, and do hood rat things with her friends. She wants that city girl life and lifestyle. She still wants to do what other single women and trifling single mothers do. She wants to do the same nonsense that got her 2 kids in the first place. It bothers her soul and near Jezebel spirit that she can't go out and do what she wants because her focus is now her kids. Fortunately, she can't go out and do what she wants because she's busy being responsible and taking care of her kids. Lastly, I want to address the last 2 points in the previous statement. No one deserves a break from kids, and no one deserves to be happy. Breaks are good, but they're not necessarily deserved. People don't automatically deserve breaks from their kids. It is expected that people take care of their kids. It is a well-known fact that children require a lot of time and attention, which is why many men and women put off on having kids. She might feel like she deserves a break, but she does not in fact deserve one. She doesn't even deserve happiness. And for Christians who talk about happiness or talk about deserving happiness, Nowhere in the Bible does it say God wants you to be happy. Many times in the Bible, it has been shown that God will allow discomfort or unfavorable situations to occur for his own glory. Jesus even said to the Father, and I paraphrase, "Not my will, but yours be done." And he's our example, so we must live by that. But let's go back to the worldly view, because it seems this is how Nanayah is living her life. Humans are supposed to go through an array of emotions through life. All of these emotions and feelings are temporary, and this includes happiness. Being in a constant state of happiness isn't beneficial, nor is it realistic. In fact, it would probably get very annoying if someone's very happy and you try to tell them about how your mother died or something like that. Again, this constant state of happiness is not realistic, and it's a feminine fantasy. Now, this might be a mask or a front that Nanayah is putting up in the majority of her videos, but her videos show her dancing, showing off her kids, showing off work, showing off her cooking, and just talking about things. She generally seems happy for the majority of her life, though it appears that times like these remind her of some things that she wants or wishes for, so she gets emotional. And even though I don't buy it for this case, we just don't know what people are going through in their lives that they don't show us on social media. So let me end with this. Not one time did she take accountability for the situation that she put herself in. She blamed the men that she involved herself with for being a single mother and for her kids not having their fathers in their lives. She's reaping what she sowed regardless of whether she thinks she deserves it or not. And her actions have affected her kids and will continue to affect them for the rest of their lives. I do not have sympathy for women like this. So women, please do not have children for men who are not your husbands. Marriage could have prevented most, if not all, of Nanayah's issues in this video. Let her video be a warning, and please count your blessings. Having children is no joke, it should not be taken lightly, and is not something that should be done by yourself. And that's all I have for you guys on this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do drop a like, comment below on what you think about it. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell if you haven't. I'll see you guys on the next video, but for now, let's get to work.